Hey everyone, this is our Singapore road trip episode 18. In this episode, we'll be visiting the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve along with the various farms in Changi. Stay tuned to watch some migratory birds and a humble mudskipper, and action between a painted stork and an Easter-eating crocodile, and also a close encounter with monitor lizard. All this happening at the backdrop of the Malaysian peninsula, and you will also get a chance to see a part of Malaysia from Singapore. And we will wrap up this episode by drinking goat's milk and eating frog for the first time. If you haven't seen the previous episode, you can do so by clicking the link at the description, and you can also subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out my future videos. Now let's go into this video. Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve is located in Changi, the northwestern part of Singapore. It is ideally located along Kranji Way, and you have two ways to get access into the wetland reserve. One is using the Kranji Way entrance, which is the one which I am using right now, and the other is via the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve Visitors Center. We came to Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve. It's our second visit here. The last time when we came, we were caught by an unexpected rain, so we got to cancel our trip. Now this is our second attempt, and I'll bring my friend. You have a huge car park over here, and you don't need to worry about parking if you are driving. And if you are using public transport, there is a shuttle bus from Kranji MRT to Sungei Buloh. This is the first wetlands reserve to be gazetted in Singapore in 2002, and its global importance as a stopover point for migratory birds was recognized by the inclusion of the reserve into the East Asian Australasian Shorebird Site Network. The reserve, with an area of 130 hectares, was listed as an Asian Heritage Park in 2003. One can find different types of habitat within the wetland reserve, and now we are seeing the pond community. Monitor lizard. Over here you can find unusual high variety of bird species, which included migratory birds from as far as Siberia on their way to Australia to escape the winter months. The Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve was formerly known as Sungei Buloh Nature Park, and it was officially opened on December 6, 1993 by then Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong. The government formally announced on 10 November 2001 that the park would be accorded Nature Reserve status. Unexpectedly, it started to rain heavily, and we got to spend our time at the Mangrove Gallery, where you could get some fun fact and useful info. Over here you will get a chance to see the various different types of migratory birds and other animals living in this wetland reserve. Let's see how many of them we will be able to see today. During this first visit, the rain didn't show any sign of slowing down, so we cancelled our first visit and I came here for the second time all by myself. Let's start with the Junior Adventure Trail, which is at the entrance. Kids are really going to love this adventure. This wetland reserve have a strict policy of no to feeding wildlife. The paths and signs are very clearly indicated, and there are a few trails for you to choose from. It's a very common sight to see professional photographers and passion photographers with the super long lens and their DSLR cameras. We just spotted our first bird. Today is a weekend, Saturday, and we are seeing a steady flow of visitors. We are first going to start with the coastal trail, and the coastal trail faces the Johor Bahru city of Malaysia. This is the Tangga Bay, which is the waterfront area in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Some sighting of fishes. Our second and third bird sighting. This is the Fantail Observatory pod, and it is out of bound for visitors due to safe distancing. They have a small canopy walk over here, which is very bouncy to walk on. Now let's check out the forest trail and the Eagle Point, and also the wetland center's mud experience. Plenty of garbages trapped between the roots over here. It could have come from the neighboring countries, but we make sure that we bin our trashes responsibly. Our fourth sighting of a bird. A large fish is trapped in the tides and is dead. These are the fish kelongs located offshore. Our second sighting of some fishes. At the Eagle Point, there are a handful of bird watchers. The distant mountain should be Gunung Pulai in Johor. Let's see how many of the Malaysian landmark buildings you can identify and name them in the comment section. Look at the mangrove trees. They are the savior for our coastal areas. Crocodile warning signs again. Will we be lucky to see one today? Let's see what mud creatures we'll be able to see today. Spotted a mud skipper. This is an amphibious fish which can live both on land and in water. And this is the mangrove jumping spider. Look what we have found. It's a mud crab. A big thanks to this Indian migrant workers for keeping the shores clean. Another spider web with a large spider dangling in the air. Look at this peculiar sight of the fish standing idle without any movements. Over here we see a painted stock. But what we didn't expect is look at the crocodile which is going to approach it. Is the bird going to fall a prey to the crocodile? Let's wait and see. But looks like the crocodile don't have the appetite and the bird gets to live. Runaway monkey, man or a dangerous species on the planet. Now let's explore the mud flats. Looks like there's a bit of small challenge for us. Let's take the challenge and try the rope bridge. This is the another entrance to the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve at the visitor center. The red part is the one which we just completed. We are here now and we are yet to explore the yellow part, which is the Sungei Buloh tidal ponds. Some interesting fun facts. Right besides the visitor center, there is a gallery with historical facts and details of the birth of the natural reserve. And also one could find the details of the migratory shorebirds and their various flying ways around the world. This is the Changi countryside shuttle bus which takes you from Changi MRT to the various farms around Kanji and also to the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve for a mere $3 with multiple rides.
Yeah, hey, guys, look. Look at the town. Look at the town. You want to see? Yeah, 吃东西。哪里？
Over here you can refresh yourself at the vending machine, and you can also use the washroom before you could continue with your explore. Let's check out the theme of the washroom. Now we are doing the migratory bird trail at the Buloh tidal ponds. We are now over here. Once we cross the bridge, we are going to walk along the migratory bird trail, and we can call it a day. That's the old bridge at far. Now we are standing at the new main bridge. Along this trail, you will find many hides for the bird watchers to watch the migratory birds. So now we are going to find our way to the bird watch tower at a distance. This is the main hide. On display are some facts and information of the birds which you might see. From the top you get a full 360-degree angle of the wetland reserve and the tidal ponds.
Okay, you're a goal for IPPT.
Hey, go.
You will see some flying fish over here.
There's fish jumping.
You will be shocked to see what is hanging from the ceiling. Bats. I am exiting at the visitor center and taking the Neo Teo Crescent Road to reach the car park where I parked my motorbike. Along the way, you will bump into a crocodile farm. Hope you enjoyed the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve, the visit. And now we are going to go for breakfast. So where we are going to go is we are going to go to the farm. We are going to visit the farms. I have chosen, there are so many farms over here. I have chosen two farms, the goat farm and the frog farm. The goat farm, I'm going to try goat milk, and if they have goat ice cream, maybe I will try that. And in the frog farm, for the first time, I'm going to try eating a frog. Now let's go. We have now come to the Haig Diaries goat farm, which is quite near to the Sungei Buloh Reserve, and the entrance is free. This is a good place to bring your kids. You can enjoy with your family here. Your kids would be happy to feed the goats. You can get the hay for the goats from the shops over here, and the shops also sell goat milk and ice popsicles. The goat milk comes in two flavors, original and the chocolate flavor. The bigger bottle costing $8 and the smaller one $2.50. The taste is plain and original with no sugar. Okay, now we have come to the frog farm, which is located just near to the goat farm, and I cannot take any more videos because of my phone battery is dead. The entry to the frog farm is also free, and it's a good place to learn about frogs. It may look a bit disgusting for some, but the place is relatively clean despite the moisty ponds for the frogs. It's a good thing that the children can witness by themselves the stages of transformation from a tadpole to a frog. There are a few activities for the kids to engage with, and they also have a small restaurant selling fresh frog meat, and I managed to buy a fried frog and I'm trying it for the first time. A plate of fried frog is $15. Though it tastes just like chicken, but it's just for my first and probably the last time, and I got no intention to try it again. I have shared all the location in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out my future videos. And if you haven't seen my previous episode, click the iCard for the link. See you next time on my next episode. Bye. Until then, take care.